I think that I'm live. Let me log in and make sure that I am. Oh, there I am. Hi, everyone. I'm like 1 minute early. So we're going to do some stamping on the fly tonight. And I thought I better come on a little bit early in case I have internet issues, but I only made it 1 minute early. Well, you know how that goes. Hi, Jean. How are you? It is a cold, wet, windy, rainy, slushy, crappy evening tonight. But it's perfect for stamping. So if we're going to look at the silver lining, that is the best part about this kind of weather is it is perfect for going to our crafty place, whether that's our stamping studio or our kitchen table, or coloring in some images for our Christmas cards on our couch while we're watching Hallmark. This kind of weather is perfect for stamping. So come on in. For those of you who are new to watching my videos, thank you, Jean, for sharing. That totally makes my day. It makes me so happy when you share my videos. I love to help coach people's creativity. So just take a minute and hit that share button. Say hello when you pop on because I love to connect with you. And again, if you're new, take a minute and follow my Facebook page so that you'll get notifications when I go live. I promise you that I will make some fabulous projects that you will love. And I try to keep my stuff relatively simple because I don't want to spend 3 hours on a card. I love to have stunning but simple projects. So for those who are new, I see a number of you watching. Thanks for joining tonight. My name is Rose Grunwald. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up, and I'm stamping with you tonight live here in my stamping studio in New Holstein, Wisconsin. I am a rural girl at heart and cannot believe that my husband and I are living our dream of living in the country, hence the name Country Cards by Rose. So I have no idea what we're going to make tonight, but I shouldn't say I have no idea. I have an idea of what I want to make tonight, but I've not made these projects ahead of time. I'm doing a little stamping on the fly. So we'll see how these projects turn out. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for sharing. Hi, Leslie. Oh my gosh, Leslie is stamping her Christmas cards while watching. You can't get any better than stamping while you're watching Stamping Live. Jean says her notification popped right up to let, great. Okay, so perfect. Jean has followed my page, and so every time I go live, a notification pops up and she can just watch me. And you're going to want to do that because I go live every Wednesday over lunch and I give away prizes then. And in a lot of my virtual events, I'm giving away prizes for people who watch live, and you don't want to miss our prizes because they're pretty awesome. So before I get started, I don't want to forget to tell you this. Stampin' Up! Extended, let me show you this. They extended our online extravaganza because there were some technical glitches this morning. First of all, I have to say that I'm happy to hear that someone else has technical difficulties besides me, because I sure have had a lot of troubles lately trying to get live and stamp with all of you. And because they were having technical difficulties, they extended online extravaganza until midnight on the 25th, so tomorrow at midnight at the end of the evening. So online extravaganza is a super awesome sale where you save 10% on almost everything in the annual catalog. And everything I'm making tonight, I have some stamp sets that I haven't shown a lot of love lately because we kind of get all Christmas focused for our Christmas cards. I am making one Christmas card tonight, though. That's the idea in my head. but everything I'm showing you tonight is stuff from the annual catalog. So if you are interested, you'll be able to save 10% on the products I'm using, which is awesome. I'm really glad that Stampin' Up! Took care of everyone who wanted to get in on that sale but missed out because there was technical glitches. That's like my favorite thing about Stampin' Up! And the other thing I want to remind you about is that I have my Countdown to Holiday promo going on right now, where you get a free embellishment and a bonus PDF tutorial for 10 holiday cards when you use this host code that's listed at the bottom here. That is going to be in addition to the holiday extravaganza. So you kind of have two things going on at once. I'm really excited. Okay. So let me, I have an idea of what I want to do, and I've got 3 different die sets here. Let me grab my products. I'm going to flip this around and we're going to get stamping. Okay. There are a lot of cows, Jean. It's funny that you asked that because some people call New Holstein Cowtown because of the name. I actually did not hear that until kind of recently. A friend of mine said she was going to pick something up in Cowtown, and I'm like, where's Cowtown? And then I realized, oh, it's where I live, New Holstein. Isn't that funny? Okay, tonight we are using my favorite stamp. Let me find it here. Buffalo check. This is my favorite background stamp ever. I hope Stampin' Up! Never, ever, 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 ever retires it, but if they do, this is a beloved stamp that will stay in my collection. Buffalo plaid is like my favorite. I love rustic, kind of country, outdoorsy. And with background stamps, I'm going to show you some tips for using or for stamping these images easier. I did not clean off my stamp from the last time I used it. Oops. But we're going to use our Stamparatus tonight. And the good news is I looked on the list of products that are not included in tonight's sale, and I noticed the Stamparatus is not on it. So I double checked to see if the Stamparatus is included in the 10% off sale. And guess what, guys? It is included in the 10% off sale. So if you have had your eyes on a Stamparatus, now is the time to get it. It's like, I think about $5 off. So exciting. This little baby is amazing. It has helped me to kind of mass produce cards. Okay, this idea came to me when I was browsing Pinterest. The color scheme that I want to use, I've got a scrap of black here, crumb cake and cherry cobbler. I'm gonna make crumb cake my card base. I have never done Stampin' on the fly, you guys, where I don't have projects prepared. So I better move my tea out of the way so I don't spill this everywhere. So I hope that these turn out okay. I suppose it's no different than when I create in my studio. It's just that you're watching me now. So if I make a boo-boo, you see it all on the fly, live. Okay, while I'm at it here, I'm gonna cut a half sheet of cherry cobbler so that we can stamp our buffalo plaid too. Move this out of the way. And actually, I'm gonna move this over here. All right. Whenever I use the buffalo plaid set, and I've done this a few different ways, I know that I'm going to be cutting this down. The idea I have in my head is that the buffalo plaid is a layer to our card base. And what I have found is it's kind of hard to take our trimmer and cut nice even lines and it becomes a bit, it's not hard to cut straight lines with the trimmer, but it's hard to stamp this so perfect that we cut a nice little square. And it's also a little bit difficult to line up a square perfectly. And because this is plaid, it's a bit more noticeable. So what I've been doing is actually using my rectangle stitched framelits dies to die cut the card front layer that I want when I'm using buffalo plaid. And so that's what I'm going to do again tonight. This is also in the annual catalog. So these stitch framelits dies are 10% off tonight too. Jean says, and we also milk card. My family did. I stayed away from the barn as much as I could. Now that is funny. They sound right up my alley, Jean. I love to be outdoors, but I would rather be crafting than milking cows, frankly. Okay, pay attention here to where this is. Line up my cherry cobbler, and I'm just going to stamp this down. I'm using my Memento ink pad. Hi, Lisa. Glad you could join tonight. All right, a little tip for you to make it easier to ink up your stamps on the Stamparatus. I like to put a stamp case underneath, and I always have my chamois on my desk, so I usually just grab that and put it under the hinge of the platform. Okay, and then we push it down. And this is why I love using the Stamparatus for these background stamps, because if you don't get quite as defined of an image, no big deal. You just ink up your stamp again and keep on stamping, and it will go in exactly the same place. So like I'm noticing I need a little more ink over here. Oh, that's funny. There's a hair on here. So we'll just ink this back up. And frankly, I think my Memento probably needs to be a little bit refreshed or re-inked. When I was thinking about what time I wanted to go live, I have to admit I wanted to go live at 7 because it gives me a little bit more time to like eat dinner and chill out after work. But then I remembered that the Bachelorette is on. So I decided to go live at 6 o'clock instead. So I am gonna enjoy my guilty pleasure tonight and watch the Bachelorette after we're done stamping. Okay, that looks good. I'm happy with this. You know, the other thing you can do if you have a die cut piece is you can layer it on top of your stamp. Use a scrap of paper, put it over, and just kind of rub your hand this way, and it stamps as well. I want this to look a little rusticy, so I have a good image that I'm happy with. I'm going to move my Stamparatus out of the way. All right. Next, we're going to die cut our layers. So when I'm using the buffalo check as a layer on the card, I like to use the biggest rectangle. And just so you know, when these come to you, if you order these from my online store, they come exactly like this. I have just replaced the sticky paper on it with a magnetic, what are they called? Vent cover. And that works really, really well for storing your dies. Now, I am waiting, cannot wait to get my new Boss in the mail here, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, but I don't have it yet. So I'm going back to my trusty Big Shot here, and I want to die cut this. I'm going to turn this way so it's easier for you to see. I'm going, and actually let me turn on one more light. Hey, that is so much better. I'm going to die cut this piece. I'm using my magnetic die plate, and I want to just line up, and I'm trying to pay attention here to how much border I've got on these lines before I go cutting. That looks pretty straight to me. If you don't have a magnetic platform, you can secure this in place with painter's tape, or Post-it notes work really well too. And because this is an old Big Shot, sometimes my dies are not quite as cut all the way through as I would like. So I tend to run them through a couple of times. I see we have more people watching. Hello, welcome. Say hi and join in the fun. Socialize with us. So excited that you're watching tonight. It remains to be seen if you will actually see me make a big Stampin' Boo-Boo or if everything will go smooth. I'm going to keep this piece for scrap. Okay, so we've got our buffalo plaid layer cut out here. And this is going to go here. And then I'm going to want another crumb cake layer over the top for what I have in mind. So I think I want to use the next size down rectangle. Let me see how this is going to look. I think I will like this because it's just going to leave a little bit of that buffalo plaid peeking through. Yes, that's what we're going to go with. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Hi, Katie. Welcome. Long time no see. Glad you could join us tonight. All right, so here's my idea. I have these playful alphabet dies, all the letters of the alphabet. I went through and kind of pre-picked out the letters I wanted right before I hopped on live because I wasn't sure how easy I'd be able to find them. And I noticed when I pulled them off that there's an outline of the letter here, which I love, so that when you use multiple ones, you know exactly where to put them back and everything stays in its place. Because sometimes we have a hard time putting these back the way we want them. I'm making a Christmas card is the idea I have in my head. So I'm going to use the words Merry. And by the way, this is a bundle in the big catalog. It bundles with, let's see if I can find it here. Playful. Okay, now I can't find it. I think it's called Playful Patterns. For those of you who are really up on your names, you are probably screaming it at me right now. Playful Patterns, does that sound right? Let's see. Pattern Play, I think that's what it is, no? Oof. 102, let's see. Let's see if this is right. Okay, it is. And these are called Playful Alphabet Dies. So this Pattern Play is what coordinates with these letters. And the dies here, these dies are 10% off. And when you bundle it together, you save 10% anyway. So if you buy the bundle, you'll be saving like 20%. So I had to get my hands on these dies because I have an idea for a few projects. So I got out the words Merry, and then I wanted Christmas, but I didn't want it to be in the same font. And we have these word wishes dies. These are also in the annual catalog. So these are also on sale right now. And there's all sorts of words in here: Christmas, happy, Halloween, Valentine's, New Year's, St. Patrick's, Thanksgiving, mothers, fathers. Mary is in here, but I've got my Mary here. So I'm going to use the Christmas out of here. And we're going to set this up so we die cut everything that we can at once. Let me cut this down because I want to try to fit both of my pieces on here. Okay. Turn this. What I'm going to do is die cut with my stitched rectangle. Ooh. I like to, there we go. Sometimes I have to flip around my plates with this magnetic plate because they get kind of bent and warped from being used, from being loved so much. Jean says she loves the mixed font. I do too. I don't always like the same font. Okay, what I'm going to do is spell out the word Mary. And what I love about these alphabet dies is they have two R's. Because R, I'm guessing because R is such a popular letter or common letter that they have it in here twice, and that makes it awesome. So we can die cut it all at the same time. I love that. I'm gonna need a Post-it because my some of my letters don't want to stay quite right. Keep these down. See, even the magnetic plate is not always a perfect solution, depending on where the magnet is. And what I'm doing right now is I'm paying attention to how far away from the edge I am with these dies and trying to keep it kind of even between the Y and the M so that the Y and the M are equal distance from the outer border, and then filling in the other letters from there. I think this looks good. I'm trying to look in my camera to see if it looks straight. I think that it looks pretty straight. I might want these a little bit closer. This is where we stampers get a little bit nitpicky here sometimes because we have this idea in mind and we really want it to come together the way we thought. So we become perfectionists a little bit, and that's okay. Sorry guys, I'm having a hard time lining up these letters where I want them. I might have to switch to a regular plate because the magnet wants to keep grabbing these dies. Oh, and then of course I get it. I am gonna switch to a regular plate because this magnet is not helping the cause. All right, let's try this again. So sorry. Well, that's what happens when you're stamping on the fly, right? This is the creative process, my friends. Okay. Got our letters. R. So R is in the middle. Then we got two more letters on the side of it, and then two in the other direction. Do any of you have this many problems with your die cuts? Oh, funny. Okay, I think we're good. Put down my Post-it, keep them in place. And I'm going to put one more down to keep my M in place. And then line up my square here around them, because now that I've got everything else secured, my square moved on me. Okay, that looks good to me. And then on our black, we're going to throw this in here. We've got our Christmas that we are cutting out. This is going to have to be good enough, you guys. Stamping on the fly, right? Okay. And of course, my Christmas didn't stay put. I will secure that with a Post-it too. All right. And now take this and run it through the Big Shot. It's been a really long time, you guys, since I used anything for die cutting other than my magnetic platform. So this is not working. No problem. I've got my sandwich. I'll just stick her down. Okay, here we go. Go through, and I really want to make sure I get these cut. So I'm going to go through it again. Because with as many problems as I had, I really don't want this to not work. Whew, that was a workout, you guys. Okay. Hey, good, it cut. All right, now I'm going to move some of this out of the way because I'm going to be really careful as I pull these Mary words off. And before I lose any of these letters, I'm just going to stick them back in here right away. I almost lost one just now. I don't want to lose any of my letters. All right. It looks a little crookedy to me. Maybe it's just because of how this paper is. It's going to be good enough. It's handmade, right? So it's not going to be perfect. Okay. Now, move my stitch rectangles out of the way and poke out my Christmas. I need to buy a second take your pick tool because I love the flat head on it for pulling like sequins and embellishments off. And I don't always want to change it. And I like the sticky part for my little tiny pieces. But I don't always want to change it. So I go back to my piercing tool and end up using both. So, all right, now when we take these letters off, it's not Hallmark, Jean says. I agree. Way better than Hallmark. I do not plan on using the letters, and I have seen a number of people use the negatives from these dies on their cards. And the one thing that I feel like is missing from a number of them are these little details on like the R and the O. So what I'm doing right now is I'm popping out this little hole that's in the R, because we're not using these letters, and I'm going to keep this because we're going to use it on this card. But now I lost, here we go. Okay, so you can see how this is coming together. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to adhere this layer down. I like how this looks. Do you like how this looks? This idea in my head's coming together a little bit better than I thought. That's awesome. So I'm going to adhere this down, use my new favorite adhesive. I love, love, love Stampin' Seal. I was hoping it would be included in the 10% off today because I was going to stock up and buy 100 of them, but it wasn't. This tape runner is so flippin' smooth. It is awesome. I love it. And you know what? It is quiet. I hated the click, 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 click of the snail. I love how smooth this stuff is. It's amazing. And if you're doing 3D projects, you can get the Seal Plus, which works so awesome. I love, love, love Stampin' Seal. Okay, I'm centering this on the layer, and that looks pretty good to me. Okay, now you remember these little pieces from the R. This is going to make all the difference in the world, in my opinion. I'm going to put these on this card because I don't like that big hole by the R's. I'm kind of picky about that stuff. All right. I'm using my fine tip glue because these are tiny pieces. And I was looking for my adhesive sheets for this Christmas that I knew I wanted to use, and I couldn't find them. So out comes my fine tip glue pen, and I'm just using my sticky piece here where I do not have glue. We're going to adhere these dots in the middle of our R. Yay! Now it's an actual R. I love it. Okay. Just so you know, guys, I'm being really careful with this putty not to touch the glue that's on the back when I flip it around. I really just wanted to use it to stick it down there. By the way, aren't my nails super pretty? I don't know, can you see this? These are turkeys. I'm all ready for Thanksgiving. How exciting. Okay, now we're going to adhere our Christmas. Set this aside, but I'm going to use it. I love to use this silicone mat, also in the annual catalog, guys. I have no idea if it's on sale though or not. I didn't take a look because then I don't get glue all over my table when I'm doing kind of intricate gluing here. All right. Hi, Joanne. Welcome. So glad you could join us. We've got some new people join that were not watching originally. Say hello. We want to be social with you. Okay, so Christmas. I feel like a little bit at an angle would be cool, huh? Yes, I love that. Merry Christmas. Oh my gosh, cute, 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 cute. Oops, I always go backwards. Do you love it so far? We're not done. Black. You know me, I gotta have a little ribbon. Uh, let's see. I could do red, but that's real red, and this is cherry cobbler. Ooh, 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 how about this? I've got my glittered organdy ribbon. How does that look? Oh, amazing. Okay, I'm gonna use this. This is from the holiday catalog, so this is not on sale. But I'm sure you have some around because it's fabulous. And if you love ribbon like I do, there is no way that you skipped past it in the holiday catalog. All right. So let's tie. I want to balance this out a little bit. So I want my knot to be kind of over here compared to my words. All right. I love it. I love how that looks. I like to cut these at the same angle when I cut them off. So since I went this way with this one, I'm going to go this way with the other end. Instead of this way and this way, then it looks a little off balance to me. Hi, Doris. Long time no see. Oh, thank you so much, Joanne and Leslie. I'm glad you like it. Okay, now we're going to put this on our card base, but I want to pop it up. Just let me get my dimensionals. You guys, I've been forcing myself to use these edge dimensionals a little earlier in the process because I don't always like using them. And it's just this weird little ism of mine. But you can't waste. So I've been looking for opportunities to use different size dimensionals and use them earlier instead of being forced to use them when I'm at the end of my dimensional. Oh, Sarah says black organdy's in the big catalog. Yay! It's in the big catalog, guys, so it's on sale too. Flipping awesome. All right, let's try to center this. Easier said than done sometimes when you've got dimensionals. Ooh, I didn't do too bad. What do you think? Oh, I like how this turned out. A very, very simple card. I was about to try a gift card holder that you made. Ooh, Joanne, fun. This is the perfect time of year for gift card holders. Did you see my gift card bag, Joanne, that I made last night? Oh my gosh. I'm having a little squirrel moment here, guys, but Joanne, check out this really, really cute little bag that I made. We did it last night, a little stamping on the fly. I did a surprise live. And see, I'm looking for a card that doesn't have my personal information on it. You just slide your gift card in here and it fits in just perfect. I made that last night in my live, Joanne. So if you haven't watched that video, oh, perfect. That's what you're going to make. It's so easy. Oh my gosh. And I was thinking, actually, it might be fun to just take an extra inch off because this is a 1/2 inch. Just cut a 1/2 inch of DSP and you could make the rest out of a solid piece of cardstock and that would work awesome. Leslie said, I wish you would have done this weeks ago. I know, I'm like late to the party on Christmas cards, you guys. I'm a little bit of a procrastinator, but I have been slowly but surely building my stash of Christmas cards. Okay, do you think we should stamp the inside of this? I don't really have any inside sentiments out here, but I bet you I could find something if I looked. Do you guys like to stamp the inside of your cards? I usually say, let's keep the party going on the inside of our card. Don't let it stop on the outside. So let me just get some of my mess cleaned up here so that I have some room to do some of that fun stuff. Oh, what do I got? I have a wish for everything. Is there Christmas stuff in here? A merry little wish for lots of joy this season. And I think that is perfect because it says Merry on the front of our card. So let's do that. This one has a lot of stamps, so I didn't mount them. Let's see if I can find it now. Good luck, huh? Here it is. Okay, we get either stamp or run the inside card through the printer first. That's a good idea. And Leslie, I've also, especially for like really specific, like anniversary or something that's really special to somebody, I have also like printed lyrics to their wedding song or something like that and printed it out on a piece of white cardstock. And then that's what I have mounted on the inside before. Let's do this. I want our inside to be all sorts of colorful and pretty too. So I'm going to go to my standard layers. We've got 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I will do a layer of crumb cake here. That is just a 1/4 inch smaller. So we'll go 5 by 3 3/4. And I lost my stamp. Here we go. What did we use? Cherry cobbler. So let me find my cherry cobbler. I'm actually doing it this way, 2 reasons. One, I want more beautiful colors on the inside, but also, actually, you know what? I want it to be black. But also, because it's not always easy for us to stamp that image perfect the first time. So in case I screw up, I have layers so I can flip my paper over. I'm just going to test this. Okay. Let's try it. Hey, pretty darn good if you ask me. There we go. Now we've got the red and black carried through to the inside. Another thing in the annual catalog, this chamois, if you're looking for a fabulous chemical-free way to clean your stamps, this chamois is amazing and fabulous, and I sell it in the online store, and I love it so much I have 2 of them. So let's see. Whoops. We're going to add here. Oh, so smooth. There's something so satisfying about this tape roller. I love it so darn much. Glue tape, I guess I should call it. All right. And now let's adhere this to the inside. You hear how quiet that is? There's no clicking. Am I weird for really noticing that stuff? I think I might be a little bit. Okay, line up my 3 sides. This looks straight. There we go. And here we have it. Merry Christmas, and are saying a merry little wish for lots of joy this season. And you guys, we all could use some joy this season, don't you think, with everything going on? I'm going to save these letters. I'm going to save my Mary because we know we can use these again. So I will set those aside. I have more. I want to stamp some more. I'm not done yet. The Bachelorette is not on yet, so we have time. We have time, and I want to do some simple stamping. It has been a while since I just stamped. Just stamps, ink, and paper, and I haven't done a whole bunch of die cutting, and I think it would be fun tonight to do some simple stamping. Plus, it's Christmas time, and I need to make a homemade gift. Well, I don't need to make a homemade gift, but I want to use my artistic talents to make a homemade gift or two this year. And so I think we should make one of those gifts right now. What do you think? Okay, here's our first card. I'm going to set this aside. I just want to keep looking at it. This turned out pretty darn good. I love it when the idea in your head comes to fruition in a really pretty, beautiful card. All right. So here's what I want to do. We are stampers, friends, and I have so many people asking me to make cards for them. So I thought, why not make a pack of cards to give away as a Christmas gift? I looked through my stamp sets, and I was looking for ones that I could really easily have a lot of different like sentiments to use, and I found my So Sentimental. This is in the big catalog. I'm 90% sure it's on sale. And then I found Painted Poppies, which I used a ton when I first got it, but it hasn't seen very much love from me lately. So I think I want to use this. I have an abundance of acetate card boxes, so I think making a package of hand-stamped cards would be a wonderful Christmas gift this year. And what's cool is you can fit about 4 or 5 cards in a box, including the envelopes, and so that's what I would like to give away. I want to share my talent with others. And listen, when you make a gift like this, you're sharing your talent twice, people, because you are sharing your talent with the person who gets the gift so that they now have a number of cards that they can send to friends and family and those that are special to them. But you're also sharing your talent with the person who receives the card that they give them. And I think we should always be sharing what we love to do. So these acetate boxes come flat, and all we have to do is fold them up and put them together. I'm going to do this first so that we get this part out of the way. All right. Okay, and then we will put these, and of course I'm shedding like usual, so there's going to be hair in here. Oops. Probably helps if I fold this over. So for those of you looking for handmade ideas for Christmas, a box of cards is a wonderful, wonderful gift. I've got my envelopes here. How many did I grab? I grabbed 4. So let's make 4 cards. I have an idea in my head that I want a pop of color on the front, but I want it simple and more neutral. So I think for my layer, I want to use black. So I've got some Whisper White. I hope I grabbed some Whisper White thick. Yep. Okay, I have Whisper White thick that I like to use for the card base. You've probably noticed that our Whisper White is not as thick as our other colors. So when I want to use Whisper White as my card base, I tend to use the thick so that it holds up a little bit better. All right, cutting this in half. And because it's thicker, I want to score it so that I get a nice crisp score line. And we are making 4 cards. So let me grab another piece of, do I have thick here? Yeah, thick, yeah. Whisper White thick. Actually, I'm going to show you another tip here so you don't have to score twice. You actually can run this through and score it first. So I've got a whole sheet of paper here, and we always score at 4 1/4 for the type of fold that I'm doing. So I'm going to score that first, and then I'll come through and cut it in half at 5 1/2. And then I only had to score once, but I have my scoring done. So easy peasy. All right, and I think what I'm going to want to do is I want a white layer, and I want black because I'm going to be stamping my sentiment here in black for what I'm thinking about. I just want that peeking out a little bit. So what I'm debating right now is, do I want an 1/8 of an inch bigger or a 1/4 inch bigger? And I think I'm going to do the 1/8 inch bigger. So my normal card front, let's do it this way. Normally a layer I would do would be 5 1/4 by 4. So let's cut that here quick. 5 1/4. By the way, I love how this new trimmer that they came up with, I think it was last year, cuts our black so much smoother. It's amazing. 5 1/4 by 4. And a second thing of 4. Set this aside, and then we'll do by 4 here. I got to tell you that we do a generic kind of gift exchange usually with family, and I have given a pack of cards before, and we do that like where you can steal the gift, and my pack of cards is like the most popular thing. Everyone needs cards. They want handmade cards. So if you've been on the fence about something, use your stamping talent and make some handmade cards for your friends and family. Okay, now I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch smaller than the layer I just did. So that was 5 1/4. So now we're going to do 5 1/8. And by the way, if I don't like how this looks, I can always cut it smaller, but I can't go bigger. So we got 5 1/8, and I need to cut this next one at 5 1/8. My layers are typically either a 1/4 inch bigger or 1/8 of an inch bigger or smaller than the layer on top or behind it. And then this layer was 4, so we're going to do 3 7/8. So it's just 1/8 of an inch smaller. I hope that makes sense, you guys. If it doesn't, let me know. Okay, 3 7/8 and 3 7/8. All right. I thought it would be super fun to, all right, let's do some simple stamping. I don't need my Pierce mat because this is a cling set. What do you think people need more? I feel like sending healing hugs is a good one, especially with so much going around. That would be, everyone always needs thank you cards. I love this. Your friendship is a blessing because it's nice and neutral that it's can be used for a birthday card. I have used neutral sentiments like that. So, all right. Oh, Leslie, that is a great idea to include the postage stamps because a lot of people, then it's all ready to go. All right, I feel like we could stamp these flowers across the bottom and then the saying across the top. Or we could do this in the middle and do the flowers around it. I think I want to stamp. Ooh, we also could go very simple. I think the simple I'm going to save for the get well. Everyone loved the gift and asked if they would get that gift again. That is awesome. Doesn't that just make you feel great? I just love it when it made me feel really, really good to be sitting there and having everybody kind of fight for my card, right? And like swapping it and, or my card, my gift, swapping it and stealing it. It is really, really rewarding. So like, please share your talent with your friends and family. They want you to share your talent with them. I promise you. All right, inking up my flowers. I'm going to use some colors that haven't seen some love for a while from me. I'm in like Christmas mode and everything is red and green and all right. So let's make sure that this black doesn't get on our project. Stamp our flowers. Can you all see this okay? Yes. Okay, great. And we'll stamp again. Oh, cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. And as long as I got my black out, I'm going to stamp my sentiment too. I need to re-ink my memento. Let's see. I know I have like 5 of these things, so let's see if another one I have is a little bit better. I'm always nervous if my work looks nice. Oh my gosh, you and me both, Leslie. This is something that all of us crafters go through. This one needs to be re-inked too. Fun. I will be doing some re-inking, it looks like. Oh, cute. All right. Now I'm going to coordinate. Here's some of the colors I have that I haven't used in a while. I have this Daffodil Delight ruched ribbon, and I have this, what color is this? Organdy striped ribbon, and I think this is in, it looks like petal pink, maybe? I've also got this really pretty metallic ribbon that is Seaside Spray. I feel like the yellow would be fun. Let's do the yellow. What color? Daffodil Delight. Okay, I'm gonna grab this Paint Splatters stamp. We're gonna add a pop of color here. If I can find my Daffodil Delight, I promise we will add a pop of color. This is interesting. My sunlight has faded my sticker. It was hard for me to read. I hope this is enough color. Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out. Oh, cute. How do you like that? Just a splash of color on there. And I haven't even opened this, you guys. Jeez, I hope that this is not retired. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that it might be retired. You know I love a little ribbon on my card, so I think we're gonna go, yeah, I like that. All right, let's get it on our next layer though. Do you see how that black really makes it stand out? You know, we cut all these card bases, and now I feel like maybe this would be better on a Daffodil Delight card base. So let me grab that quick. Stamping on the fly, friends. Let's see how this looks. Oh yeah, way better than on the white. So I have a whole bunch of Whisper White Fit card bases, if anyone needs any. All right. This is how our work goes. We are always playing around to see what colors work best together, right? We always want that perfect, oops. We always want that perfect color combination. And we always want it to pop and be really, really stunning. There we go. I think that this is going to look way better than on the white. Don't you think? On the yellow? Heck yeah. All right. Let's get our ruche ribbon. And I think a knot would look good. So that's what we're going to do. Yellow is my happy color. Aw, that was beautiful. I love our new in color bumblebee. Oh my gosh, I think it is so gorgeous. But my in colors have been seeing a lot of love from me lately, and I want to give some of my colors that I haven't played with in a while some love. Okay, a little too long. Let's snip these a little more. There we go. And, oh, we're low on dimensionals here. I have more, don't worry. I might just have to get some, though, from my stash. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's our first card, and we've got to have a matching envelope. So let's do a little stamping on the envelope. In the corner there. There we go. So there's our first one. That was pretty easy. A friendship is a blessing and a matching envelope. Oh, yay, the ribbon's in the annual catalog. So that's on sale too, you guys. What do you think? First card for our package, done. I love it. Now we could do the same layout, but with a different color and a different saying. So let me get my, here we go. I think this time I'm going to do, I can't thank you enough. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep this simple, and I'm just going to do 2 colors and 2 designs. So I changed my mind how I want to do this gift. I'm going to do the same layout, but we're just going to change up the colors. I'm thinking I want to use this pretty glittery stuff. So what color is this? Seaside Spray. Okay, let me get a Seaside Spray base. I need to move my clearly I need to move my paper because it's way across the room for stamping on the fly. All right. How funny. Okay. So now let's do the same. You know, sometimes you can use exactly the same layout, but your card looks so very different just by switching up the color. Oops. We made a little boo-boo there. I didn't go off the paper and it didn't line up, so we're gonna do that over. That's why paper has two sides. And I think this time I'm gonna do your friendship is a blessing over here in the middle-ish. No, I like it on the side. And we're gonna get our Seaside spray. Jean says, I love this card. Thank you so much. Leslie loves it too. Joanne, thank you. Marie, oh, Marie, I didn't know you were watching. Hello. Welcome. Marie, where are you from? Oh, that I love. Oh my gosh, I'm really glad we did this color. Let's do the same now. Layer on our blue. Oops. We'll see how many little pieces of paper got stuck on that when I dropped it. Just a little black peeking out, I think, is wonderful. I haven't even opened this one yet either, you guys. But clearly, I am a ribbon hoarder, and I do not use nearly enough of it. I think I better buy more. Oh, man, I love the pretty ribbon in the catalog. It's like every card I make, I'm wondering, what does it need? Oh, I know, ribbon is always my answer. Ribbon is like always the answer, you guys. Ooh, this ribbon is gorgeous. It's like really sparkly and pretty. I think I want to try to do something different though here. So let's put our ribbon down onto our card. And I'm going to use my Seal Plus so that it's like nice and sticky and glued down like so. And then let's do on this other side. The Seal Plus is like sticky, 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 you guys. It's awesome. Oh, I have to hurry up if I needs to be moved. I'm late. What is the stamp set? Robin, okay, great. I am using Painted Poppies right now for our flowers. And for our sentiment, I am using So Sentimental. And both of these are in the annual catalog. They're both 10% off until midnight tomorrow. They extended that 10% off sale for those that are new. And what we're making is a whole bunch of cards. I'm going to tie this in a bow, you guys. What we're making is cards that we can give away as a gift right now. A little box set. So I'm making a bow here out of our gorgeous ribbon. And getting these ends exactly how I want them. Oh, I twisted it. Sometimes I always twist my shoes as I tie them, and then that happens a lot on my bows when I make those for cards. So sometimes I have to start over. Okay. I'm going to trim the ends of this. And let's get a glue dot. And I'm going to adhere this bow to our ribbon like So beautiful. I love how that turned out. Okay, now we've got our Seaside Spray card base. Thank you, Robin. We're stamping on the fly. I never made these cards before. It's all a surprise what comes out. So we got 2 more cards to use or to make for our gift set. There we go. How do we like this one? Amazing how they can look so different. Just with the different color change up. All right, and of course, this is a gift set. So, and we should do this anyway because we love to stamp. I'm going to stamp my envelope. Pretty. Okay. Get my Seaside Spray splatter in here. There we go. Beautiful. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Robin. I really appreciate that. So we've got these 2. And then I think the next card that I want to make, let's use our same color scheme because I like how much that pops. And then it looks really nice as a gift set together. The next card I want to make is going to be a get well card. I think that so many people need get well cards, especially with what's going on these days. So let's get our friends and family armed with some pretty get well cards that we can send. And these colors and these flowers would brighten anybody's day. Missing my, here we go. I think this time I want to make the cards this direction. So let's switch up the sentiment from your friendship is a blessing to sending healing hugs. Quite need as big of a block. I love the font in this one. And then I'm going to do, I've really been itching to do this single flower here. So I'm going to use this single flower. Mount that on a block. And use this paint splatter. And then I have an idea for this leaf. So I'm going to grab this leaf too. Okay. Yeah. Get some of my extra blocks out of the way. Thank you, Leslie. I think they look so unique, even though they're exactly the same layout. I'm going to practice this because I have no idea how wet this memento pad is. I really need to re-ink these really bad, you guys. Funny. All right. We're just going to do this single flower here. Then I'm going to do the same thing here. Okay. Oh, before I put away my black, I want to do my sentiment, and I think I'm going to do sending healing hugs. I'm going to do that down here. Now, Seaside spray. Put that here. Oh, I like that. And I'm going to do 2 of these. There we go. And now I think on the card base, before I put away my Seaside spray ink, I also want to do a few leaves kind of peeking out from our corner. So I'm stamping these on our card base. We'll see if we can actually see them. That's going to be the key, right? And what was our other color again? Oh, Daffodil Delight. As you can see, you guys, you could use this layout with any of your colors. I'm really just trying to coordinate with the ribbons that I have up here. And believe it or not, I have a lot of white ribbon. I don't know why I have so much white up here. I might have more in my stash, but for some reason I've got a lot of white on my shelf that's easy for me to grab. And so I'm using the other colors. So if you know someone who you think would love to do some crafting, also think about our 10% off sale for like gifts. I know like our Paper Pumpkin subscription is not on sale, but I think there's a number of kits that are. And that would be great for like a beginner stamper. So something to think about there too. All right, let's mount these on our black layers. And while I'm thinking of it, the other thing I wanted to remind you of is my Connect and Create event that I have Thanksgiving night. I'm going live at 7 o'clock here on my page. And I am gonna show you this month's Paper Pumpkin kit, and I'm gonna make 2 alternatives and give you an idea of more projects that you can make with your Paper Pumpkin kit. So that's Thursday night here at 7 o'clock. I would love for you to join me for that. And tomorrow, I'm going live on my lunch break, lunchtime live. Okay, we need some ribbon because we can't go without ribbon. I feel like over the top would be good. Yeah, that looks good. And I go live at 11:30 tomorrow. And I know some of you maybe don't have lunch at the same time, but you can always catch the replay. Tomorrow, I'm making a slimline card. Those are like really super popular right now. So I'm going to show you how to make that. And we're just going to do a really modest, simple matching envelope for it. So that you can coordinate that envelope with really, really easy envelope to coordinate with that slimline card. Ooh, I like that. I think that's pretty. And let's do our yellow while we're at it and tying some ribbon here. I think for our yellow, I'm going to do what I did on my blue card. And I'm going to adhere this and then tie a little cutesy bow and put that on. Oh. There we go. Now I'll just tie a little bow. Trying my best not to twist. I did it, but maybe this one will turn out okay. Nope, I twisted it again. It's like a habit because it's what I do when I tie my shoes. I don't know why I do it when I tie my shoes, but I do. And then it carries over into my stamping, of course. Fluff this up. I really like that we can kind of fluff up this ruched ribbon. I think it's really pretty. All right. And then we'll get a glue dot just like we did before. And we will adhere it to our card base. This event is going a lot longer than I thought that it would. So thank you guys for stamping along with me. I am so glad you could join me and appreciate you hanging out with me tonight while I stamp on the fly. I totally thought we were going to be done in plenty of time for us all to watch The Bachelorette. I need dimensionals. Oh no, look, I have to use the edges. I hate it when I'm forced to use the edges. But we can't waste. Oh, Kay says she likes the simplicity of this card. Thank you so much. I love a good, simple stamping card. Okay, we can see those leaves peeking out just a little bit, but if you wanted to see them more, you could just make that layer a little bit smaller. No big deal. That's the other cool thing that we can learn from a lot of our simple stamping projects is how we would like to do it a little bit differently the next time we make it. And so like I'm making a little mental note that if I want some of those little stamped images peeking out, that the layer size I used is not going to be the best. I need to make it a little bit smaller for that front layer. And I just make that little mental note. And then that's how we improve our stamping skills. There we go. Cute. These are very simple. We got to bling up our envelopes here. So let's do our little flower. And let's get my splatters. Of course, I put away my ink. And whoops, make sure that locks in place. I don't want a dry ink pad. I had to replace my Daffodil Delight because I didn't close it and it was so darn dry. When I re-inked it, it didn't even work. Bachelorettes. I am taping it, Sarah. So I will just get to start it from the beginning as soon as I get to my DVR. I totally thought I was going to be done by the time The Bachelorette started. Because I figured if I love to watch The Bachelorette, you guys probably love to watch The Bachelorette. And I love that The Bachelorette right now, her name is Tasha, and my sister's name is Tasia, and I have never in my life met anyone who has the same name as my sister. So Tasha as a Bachelorette has a special place in my heart because of her name. And for those of you who are watching The Bachelorette, I could talk about it for ages. You may have known that Claire threw a little wrench into things when she and Dale got engaged, like super early in the process, right? I'm going to show you here quick how I put all this together, but I just want to move my speakers out of the way so I don't drop something on them and lose them. And I had to laugh when they brought in the new Bachelorette, and I watched the men react to Tayshia, and they were just like, oh my gosh, falling all over themselves. They did not act like that when they were trying to court Claire. And it was just so darn obvious that they were very, very interested in Tayshia. And it made me laugh because I told my husband, I'm watching these men fawn all over her, and I feel a little bit like Claire's the ugly duckling. And she's not, but it just made me laugh. I'm the weirdo that hates that show. Oh, Leslie, you're not a weirdo. There's lots of people who hate that show. And I love Lifetime Christmas movies. So if it weren't for The Bachelorette, I would totally be watching Hallmark or Lifetime or something today. I lost the cover to my stamp and seal. I'm trying to find, oh, here we go. I was trying to find my acetate box. And it's clear, so I didn't see it standing here. All right, so here we go. We've got these really simple cards. Get well cards. And we left the inside blank, and these are light enough colors. You can write a handwritten note. And we probably want to leave those blank if we're giving them as a gift, right? So here's our card set. Okay, and all we have to do then, I'm gonna layer these. I think that I want the yellow on top because yellow is nice and bright. And then all we do is stick them here in our case. Now, if you want to, and I'm not going to do this tonight because I've already taken up so much of your evening. See, they just fit in here just perfect. This envelope is getting stuck on. There we go. They fit in here perfect. And if you wanted to, you could very easily, whoops. Sorry, trying to stuff them in here. There we go. And every time I think I have it, it wants to pop out at me. There. You could decorate this, put like a belly band or like some Christmas wrap around there. So this would be a wonderful gift set. And then for those of you who joined late, here was our other Stampin' on the Fly card that we made. This idea has been in my head for a while, and it came to fruition tonight. So we made a buffalo plaid Christmas card and then this gift set. So thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I had a lot of fun stamping with you and chatting with all of you guys tonight. I'll be here again tomorrow at 11:30. I'll be live Thursday night and Friday, and I hope to see you then. I'm going to go eat some snacks and watch The Bachelorette. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Thank you again for joining me. It was a blast. All right, I'll see you again soon, guys. Bye.